Hey everyone. This time, we're going to be talking about the House of the Dead remake. I really, really wanted to like this game. Like, the controls are just awful in it. Just, ugh. I'll talk more about that in a minute, but my god, this thing desperately needs a gun controller. So, House of the Dead is probably one of my favorite arcade games. Definitely my favorite light gun game. Started playing it on the Sega Dreamcast, and then I had to try to find one of the arcade machines to play on because I just enjoyed it so much. I wanted to play more of it. And yeah, I think I've gotten this game on a bunch of different consoles. Not necessarily the remake, but just House of the Dead in general. I've got it on a few different consoles. And I'd much rather go back and hook up my Wii and everything and play House of the Dead Overkill than go through this thing. Which is really a shame because I think the game looks pretty good. Everything's here that you would expect. I like the way, the blood splatters and everything. It's not like the green chunky blood that you would see. It's pretty good for what it is. But then I try to, control the stupid thing and shoot something. And the way that you would hope it worked with the Joy-Con is not. It just... I don't get it. I should be able to just aim the stupid cursor with the Joy-Con and everything would be great. But no, I've got to move the cursor around the screen with one of the little joysticks on, or one of the little thumb pads on the stupid Joy-Con. So after I died, within the first 30 seconds of this, I was like, I'm doing something wrong. I need to figure out what the hell the controls are. So I pull up the controls and how all the buttons are mapped. And this is the bullshit that I'm met with. I don't know why they thought this was a good idea. I mean, I get what they're trying to do. It's all the blood trails leading from the buttons to what the things are supposed to do. I stared at this screen for a good 2 minutes. And I cut out a minute and a half of me just staring at this stupid thing, trying to understand what the hell they were trying to get me to do. Nothing on this thing makes any fucking sense. I even went to try to change the controls around to make it so everything kind of maps to one Joy-Con, and I couldn't figure that stupid screen out at all. It's just really kind of frustrating. Because, you find something on the eStore and you're like, hey, this is a good idea. I like House of the Dead. It should map, not map. It should play pretty well on the Switch. I mean, it played great on the Wii. I loved House of the Dead Overkill. I loved the not the remakes, but the re-releases of House of the Dead 1 and 2. Or was it 2 and 3? I think it was 2 and 3 actually on the Wii. Sorry about that. But yeah, on this one, it's just not great. I think I need to turn the sensitivity on the stupid Joy-Con down. I wish they could have gotten the motion controls right on this. Maybe it was the studio, maybe it's because Sega didn't do this, it was someone else. I'm not really sure what was going on. Either way, I think a lot of the issues I have with this game can be solved by just having a gun controller. That would make this so much better. So this is a rail shooter. I'm sorry, I don't think I mentioned that yet. So this is an arcade rail shooter. You're moving from location to location. The camera will kind of lock in place, and then you need to shoot a zombie or something. And occasionally one of the scientists that you are supposed to save will lunge at you. They're also a zombie. It's kind of weird. But yeah, it's really a lot of fun. At least it should be. But here it's just... oh my god. They really did not think the controls through. It's pretty bad, but I could see myself getting used to it over time if I really wanted to keep playing. I think I mentioned this earlier, but the way it really should work is you just have like the left Joy-Con, you point it at the screen, and it should move, and as you move the Joy-Con, it should move the cursor around. And then you can just pull like either one of the left. Let's go with L1 to fire. And then, L2 can reload, or you shake the Joy-Con to reload, because in theory it's got all the stuff in there to allow you to do that. Instead, I don't know why they thought this was a good idea, or maybe this is just something that I'm screwing up and I can't figure out how to do this right. You have the fire button on the left Joy-Con, or I'm sorry, no you don't. You have reload on the left Joy-Con, and then you have the fire button on the right Joy-Con. And then you can move the cursor around with the thumbstick on the left Joy-Con. So it just feels so awkward doing this, and I don't understand why they did it that way. So I guess that's enough of me ranting about the controls on this game. Let me just get into my final thoughts here, and then we can all move on with our day. I think the game looks really good. I like the graphics. I still like the gameplay and everything like that. There's a lot in here that I really enjoy, and it should be fun. I just think the controls are really holding it back. If they came out with like a gun controller or something along those lines, or reworked the controls to make it just make it better, then I think it would be it would be a lot more fun to play. Right now, it just I feel like I should be having more fun, and I shouldn't be fighting these awful controls to do anything. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and if for some reason you like this, please consider subscribing. Talk to y'all later. Bye.